Howdy y'all, it is Ani Kyle here. Thank you for the support in my last video. It had an increased viewer count and likes. If you haven't seen it, you probably really don't need to see it for this video. Not anything huge, but I just really appreciate the comments because the comment from Suinsar got me really to look more deeply into this. Even while making this video, I'm receiving more comments like from Zuku, which actually coincides with what I will be talking about in this video. So let's just get right into it. The main problem is that fights just take way too long, and this results in more third, fourth, and even fifth parties, which just, in all honesty, kills my vibes. Before this update, it was much easier to predict third parties, and let me explain how. Before this update, or maybe when I just played more in the action and more often, both teams can lay fire into each other, right? When a team gets a knock, this turns a situation into a 3v2, which is an immediate reaction. This makes the other team play more defensive to get the res, or take more aggression in hopes to knock one back to even the tide. But all in all, a 2v3 really is not hopeless. If there's enough space, you can try to punish the extra player team to make it even, which creates time. At this point, teams either duke it out or stop and reset. If they duke it out, the fight is over. You heal, reset, and immediately prepare for the next team. If they both res and reset, both teams should be aware of possible third parties, and both teams have an opportunity to retreat. Overall, in the process of these fights, it's easy to determine if you're about to be third partied as long as you remain aware of the fact of how long your fight is taking and where other teams are about, so you can calculate if you should continue fighting or to just rotate. Now, one problem from this is not everyone has this kind of game sense. Not every team is calmed up, and some teams are super aggressive and get knocks really fast. Some teams can even continue pushing even though there are third parties that are shooting them, and there's no real reason why they're hunting your down. This does happen all the time, and it's super annoying. Trust me, I get it. But to be honest with you, this is all just skill issue from players and yourself. The former of my thoughts on how fights go is the correct way if you're looking for wins and kills. All this lack of knowledge and skill is just what happens when you give people free will. I mean, in other words, this is how video games just go. And I think the goal of this buff was to make the game more fun in the sense that creating mistakes and not being aware of what is happening in the game can be negated by having these strong healers. Now, if you get a knock and decide to push, the fight can still go on for another solid minute, because truth be told, having multiple instances of instant cover, fast and quick resing, fast and quick healing ruins the time to kill that can be done on a squad. This stuff is cool in the moment because it creates a lot of nothingness to be done while stimulating the ooh, shooting and not dying and shooting and whoa, neuron on repeat and just blast it, right? And then after multiple instances of reses and bubbles going down, two whole new fresh teams are here and about to put a pan of whoop on you. This creates a negative reinforcement on playing aggressive or smart, which in my eyes is not good for any shooter game. I want to feel good about getting knocks, playing well, and playing smart instead of just mind-numbingly shooting enemies. The former is what creates good feelings and lasting memories, but what it is now, it just makes Apex suck to play at the moment. People are feeling too good in the given moment and not good over a longer period of time, which people end up just desensitized to the same neurons blasting on repeat, which makes the gameplay awful for an individual, and this drives the player base off. Since we've established the real problem of the game, we can brainstorm some possible solutions to better the community. One idea that I've been hearing is that they should limit the support legends to one each team. I enjoy this just for the sake of me not liking the idea of support legends in general, however this really is not a good idea. The part that I like about Apex is the creativity in team comps. People have a vast experience and playstyle, and to implement the rule of only having one OP player in a team does not sound good for the community. This would mean that support legends will be required to have one on each team, which I don't think any team should be required to have a certain playstyle, because this reduces the amount of different teams you fight, which in turn creates repetitiveness. So what must happen is that support legends need to get nerfed, preferably skills that have nothing to do with real support. This means they shouldn't heal twice as fast with the small meds and have the same movement while using healing items. Overall, they should remove anything that has to do with using equipment. Zuku stated that he doesn't mind the double healing from syringes, but not from a shields. And yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Shields in general are just stronger than syringes. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But in some case, or any case, the support class should not have all this self-healing, because it does not make any sense for a support legend to support themselves. If the goal is to create a class types, and even though I hate the idea of someone gaining more health on a res, they should at least not branch out of what their role really does. Secondly, skills of Gibby, Newcastle, and Lifeline already make it easier to res somebody right in front of them. That is their role, and I personally don't see the benefit of support legends healing a player to full maximum health. They should probably nerf how much or how fast the res health returns. If they want to truly give some new support legends, maybe give people a small shield on reses instead, and this would also reduce the fact people can negate storm damage with two support legends just repeatedly resing each other, just an FYI. Furthermore, I think there needs to be more incentives to get knocks. As I said in my last video, I think Skirmisher should get some type of small buff. Every legend type seems to have something that's pretty strong except for them. Seeing a care package is not really a big deal compared to getting more health, better outlining vision, or fast heals. Maybe give the ability of same movement speed when using heals, or the double heals to them, maybe both. This fits them perfectly, as they are for getting knocks and getting in and out of situations more easily. Maybe give something to Assault as well. Maybe give one to Assault and the other ability to Skirmisher. Or maybe give some type of small buff for getting knocks in general. I'm still actively looking for a fun and fair way to incentivize knocks, so maybe I'll be making another video soon looking into more possibilities. Either way, type abilities shouldn't be too strong. Think about it, if a certain class gets too strong of abilities, that meta will always be defined as using as many of those characters and legends as possible, i.e. the support legend meta right now. So throughout this video, we discussed what I believe is the main problem of Apex, what the underlying root cause of this is from, and some examples to try to fix this. And that's all I really have for today. If you have any thoughts or ranges of agreements or disagreements, let me know. I'm honestly really enjoying making these kind of videos, and I hope at the very least you find these entertaining. I'm excited to talk and engage with you all, so please let me know anything. I'll be trying to make more videos, maybe in how to fix more problems, and I'm really curious about what other people have to think or say. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.